Well, Bob, another great event that we had at Saxton.
Yeah.
I did nice weather because it was a long walk to the car. That shows you how many people were there.
A lot of people showed up,
That's
right?
good. It's a good thing, right?
It is a good thing, and it's a great event, too. We're raising
yeah.
money for that wonderful cause to help things out and help people out that
Right.
are in desperate need of it. We are looking at the viewer photos sent in. This from Fred Seeger. Again, he contributes all the time. Appreciate it, Fred. He's out there working for us. It seems like a beautiful shot. We have this strong easterly wind flow and component pushing these showers to the west, and it looks like this is going to continue, too. Things aren't going to let up. Winds are going to stay breezy throughout the day tomorrow, so tough boating conditions as far as that goes. And tight pressure gradient, what that means is high pressure, which is just to the north of us, is competing with the low pressure down in the Caribbean, and those two are kind of feeding each other. And this one is causing us to see the stronger winds now from the east, and that will stay with us, as I said, through Saturday. Some heavy showers earlier today, still lingering over parts of the Keys where the showers and storms have been rather prevalent. And to the northeast, there's an area of low pressure there spinning across Canada, which is bringing snow now into Ottawa and Montreal and even Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine tonight. Mainly a cold rain there through Boston. 74, clear skies. It's nice here. Winds out of the east-northeast at 7. The pressure 30-14, still pretty high, falling slightly. The high today was 86 degrees, well above the average of 83. This morning's low was warm too at 68 degrees. We'll be right around that again tomorrow, that same number. No rainfall to report here officially, and looks like it'll stay dry too. Rain chance less than 20% for a passing shower in the afternoon, but 67 in Jacksonville. It's 73 now in Orlando. A bit warmer into Miami, and temperatures here into the mid-70s from Bradenton all the way down to Venice. Right now 74 degrees there in Venice and 72 in Northport, 71 Arcadia, Lake Placid at 69 degrees. Hourly forecast for Friday, similar to what we had today. We'll have some sunshine occasionally, some clouds on the increase in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Temperatures will still warm despite that into the mid to upper 80s for the most part. It will stay windy too, with small craft advisories staying with us throughout the day on Friday. Well, we have this storm over the northeast, which is again causing quite a bit of rainfall from Boston southward to parts of New York. And then as we move to the west, there's another storm system making its way on in. But in between, things are fairly quiet right now. It looks like it'll stay that way for tomorrow's baseball game in Chicago. And it looks like down south, things are not too quiet. There are big storms flaring up. You can just see that large thunderstorm activity just kind of developing just to the west of Jamaica, spreading off to Cuba now. This is an area of low pressure. Now, the winds are just too strong to allow this to get going and become something tropical over the next several days. But down the road, it certainly could if it persists and there's no frontal boundary to move on through to kind of shake things up down there. Conditions are not favorable at this point. We don't expect them to be where it is. But if it does shift off to the east somewhat, a little bit more favorable for development on Saturday and Sunday. We'll just have to watch it very closely. That is a favorite area for development late in the season. And we have had, a long time ago, back in the 30s, a major hurricane develop in the month of November. Now, as far as our wind flow goes for the forecast, this is a weak frontal boundary. It gets all the way down to, say, Orlando and Daytona Beach on Saturday, but it does not make it all the way down here. And what that means for us, we will see a chance, looks like, for just a slightly cooler temperatures. Well, let's get to the forecast for boaters. I mentioned that we will see a small craft advisory tomorrow. Winds will be a bit brisk out of the northeast to east, anywhere from 15 to 20 knots. Water temperature now at 75 degrees. And some clouds tomorrow. We'll keep the UV index at moderate. High tide upcoming, 11:30. And the forecast tonight does call for warm and breezy conditions. Warm, 68 degrees tomorrow. We'll warm to 88 degrees. The extended forecast does call for windy weather even into Saturday morning and then subsiding somewhat later in the day. Sunday, just a couple degrees cooler, but still above average.